Well, hello again all my YouTubers, welcome back to my world of classic dirt bikes. Now in this video clip we'll be taking a quick look at a quite rare and interesting 4-stroke machine from 1982, a 500 single cylinder Can-Am Sonic. Now these Can-Am motorcycles were of course manufactured by the Bombardier company in Canada, who are also famous for making their fantastic snowmobiles, ATVs and the now popular three-wheeled Spider Roadsters. Now during the 1970s, Can-Am was already building competition two-stroke machines which had many successes in the world of motocross and enduro. Although after 1976 there was a market and a need to develop and improve their model line. Now this is why this Rotax motor was chosen to fit into their new Can-Am frame, which was then called the Can-Am Sonic. Although this bike was originally to be titled the Sabre, and that was until of course Honda bought the name outright. Now 1982 was of course the one and only year Can-Am made this particular Sonic 500 model, because at the time Can-Am's parent company Bombardier was just about ready to pull the plug on all their dirt bike models, and by 1983 Can-Am then moved from Canada to England as they had then secured a deal with Armstrong CCM. Now getting down to the specs of the bikes, these 42mm Marzocchi forks with these little jam pot reservoirs on the bottom of the fork legs. These were oil air-filled units which help improve the damping when the forks were on full compression. Now these Marzocchi forks had almost 300mm of travel, which on a motocross bike of 1982 was quite unique at the time. Now the engine of course is a 494cc twin exhaust port air-cooled single cylinder overhead cam with a tooth belt connecting the 4-valve head gear to the crankshaft. It also had a single Mikuni VM36 carburetor and a 5-speed gearbox. Now the ignition system is a 12-volt CDI electronic unit made by Nippon Denso. Now the front and rear brake drums are made by SLS, and they are 6-inch units. Now the fuel capacity of the plastic tank is 2.8 gallons or 10.6 litres. Now front and rear plastics are rubber plastics on this bike, and this particular machine still has its original 1982 exhaust and tailpipe. Now the frame is a single down tube dual cradle 4130 chrome moly steel chassis, with the engine oil of course located in the front down tube spine of the frame. Dry sumps on these bikes, no sump in the bottom of the engine. The oil was located in the frame. Although not 100% original, this bike still has many of its original parts from 1982. Now these bikes of course were originally fitted with the full floating rear brake with the diamond section alloy swing arm. Now Öhlins shocks of course were standard fitting on these bikes from 1982, along with these quality Magura control levers. Now as I said earlier, the single Mikuni VM36 carburetor was used to fuel the Rotax engine. Now, another great feature of these 4-stroke Austrian-built Rotax motors is that if you ever had the opportunity whereby the rubber tooth cam belt breaks, then the engine just simply stops with no valves or pistons colliding with each other. It was usually just a case of resetting the valve timing, fitting a new belt, and then you're all good to go again. This of course is a feature you could never experience in a modern 4-stroke dirt bike, because if the same scenario took place on a modern bike, you would most certainly be looking at a complete engine rebuild and an extremely hefty bill. Now, I'm sure you're all thinking that of course these bikes are not the best looking classic dirt bike on the planet, although these machines were built to be rugged and reliable, and with the right rider on board you could still achieve some good results, thanks mainly in part to that awesome 4-stroke Rotax motor. Anyhow, I hope you enjoyed this very brief insight into this quite rare Can-Am Sonic 500 dirt bike. Just look out for more classic and vintage dirt bikes coming soon to my YouTube channel. Thanks for taking the time to watch, and ride safe until we speak again about more of these off-road classics.